And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Arrow, Season 7, Episode 19. And spoilers if you haven't seen the episode. This episode was great. I really liked this episode a lot. So, let's talk about it, because there was some cool stuff in here. We got an actor from, outside of TV, mostly, very famous, from Ghostbusters, playing in this episode as John Diggle's stepfather, Colonel Stewart, which is a nod, obviously, of course, to Green Lantern, which a lot of people speculate that John Diggle actually is John Stewart, maybe another Earth or something, but that was pretty cool. So, typical fashion, you know how military people are. They have weaponry or special information about something, and of course, bad guys like the Ninth Circle, they kind of want to get that for themselves and basically have world domination. So that's basically what the logistic of the episode is. And of course, we have Oliver still trying to find his sister, trying to convince her that Dante was pretty much the whole brainset of the whole operation of killing her mother. So we got to see that. That was pretty interesting, especially what she did to him at the end of the episode. And I'll go to that later. We also got to see Felicity and her friend try to rework the whole Archer program, see if they can fix it, see if they can use it again. Because now that it's been fallen into the villain's hands, it's kind of like, should we use it? Should we not? I don't know if we should, kind of thing. So we got to see that. Flash forward, which we got to see Mia and Connor Hawke basically team up to try to get information about this helmet that they got from one of the assassins that they kind of fought from the previous episode. We got to see, not really see, but mostly hear about John's, Connor Hawke's brother, which is John Diggle Jr., which we got to see that, even though, how it had been changed from the Flashpoint stuff. John had a daughter first, baby Sarah, now it's baby John, so we got to see that. Even though we did not see John at all, but we know he's there. We know he's there, and we're probably eventually going to see him to pretty much set up something. Maybe he is the new Green Arrow, and he's just not telling anybody. Who knows? Because if you remember from I think it was Legends of Tomorrow, the future episode, Connor Hawke was their second kid, but we never knew about Sarah, what happened to her, because at that time, Flashpoint never happened. So Connor Hawke was the Green Arrow at the time. Oliver had one arm, even though they're not really saying that this is connected anymore, but it kind of feels like it kind of is, with little nods here and there, but still, very cool. So we got to see that. That was interesting. We found out in the future episode that, the future forward parts that the new bad guys are pretty much using Felicity's old tech, the Archer program, to make their helmets to basically find anybody. If you don't know what the Archer program is kind of like, if you ever seen Fast and Furious, God's Eye, pretty much it can track anybody by satellite, phones, whatever technologies out there. They can track you. You pretty much caught. So basically, we saw a bunch of people put helmets on. So apparently, it's inside their helmet systems. So now Felicity needs to figure out a way to shut it down permanently. So we got to see that. That was pretty cool. We got to see her in the past as well, talking about how she wants to build something for the good of humanity, which we all know she's gonna do eventually, and to see what happens moving forward. Which we all know somebody's going to take our technology and use it for evil anyway. So there's that. The end of the episode is obviously Amika, literally killing Dante, with an arrow, and basically ending that threat, which is kind of a bummer because he was a pretty cool villain. I wanted to see more from him, but now that he's dead, oh well. And this means that Amiko is going to be bad moving forward, maybe throughout the rest of this season. I think she will be redeemed and join the team. Either she will join the team or get killed. Who knows? Because usually when a bad guy kills another bad guy, and there's some good qualities with them, they end up turning good and ends up being redeemed. So that's pretty cool. Where other shows where you have a major bad guy who doesn't give a damn about anybody can't really be redeemed, you know? And it's too late for them. So he's like, yeah, well. But like I said, very cool episode. Got to see some moments with John Diggle and his stepfather kind of reuniting. Because, you know, in the beginning, he kind of hated him for what happened to his father. After finding out the truth about his father, what happened to him, they kind of, you know, patched things up. Kind of got in a little scuffle with each other. Got kidnapped. They had to basically get themselves out of it, which they did. That was cool. Oliver tried to convince Emiko, hey, listen, he was the one who killed her. She didn't even want to believe in the beginning. Then she ended up believing it anyway. So they had a pretty cool little fight, pretty much evenly out. I want to see her fight Thea, though. That'd be kind of fun. Sister versus sister, kind of. That'd be kind of fun. Half sister, obviously. But let's see what happens moving forward. So what do you think is going to happen next week's episode? Obviously, he's getting framed again. But now we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Oh, my only negative about this episode, though, it's kind of pissing me off throughout this since Oliver got out of prison. It's the whole him not wearing a mask thing, but he's working with the police, but yet everybody else still gets to wear their masks. It's like, really? I get it. He says he doesn't want to wear the mask anymore, now he's working with the police. I get it. But why does everybody else get to just be like, oh yeah, I'm a vigilante too? Everybody knows that everybody else is a vigilante, and they're all working for the police. So why the heck do they all get to wear their masks? That just pisses me off. It's like, come on, I want the hood back. I want the mask on. I want him to feel like Green Arrow again, not just Oliver Queen in the Arrow suit, you know what I mean? But still, it's like Batman walking around in the bat costume without the bat mask on. It's like, really? Just give him back his mask, please. Hopefully by the next season, it can end with him wearing the costume fully. I just find it very weird that he's not wearing it while everybody else gets to wear their masks, but what can you do? So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what's going on. Thank you very much and have a good day.